When should you break your iron set? That is the question that we are going to be discussing today with Captain Ballspeed. Thanks for joining us today on another episode of WGC Fits. Today, like I said, we're going to be talking about combo sets effectively. Now, Ian is a pretty good golfer.
Decent.
Not the worst by any stretch. He also swings pretty fast.
That is correct.
Right? And typically, it would be silly for you to go into a fitting scenario and have anyone suggest that a 5-iron or a 4-iron maybe shouldn't end up in your iron set.
That is
correct. However, we've been doing a little bit of testing, and I think we have found potentially a window of improvement potential.
Very much.
Specifically by breaking off your iron set at a 5-iron and comboing into something slightly bigger.
Yes.
Or I should say at least something that's going to
Deliver more
allow
ball
us
speed.
to get more ball speed and
More height.
Right? So let's take a look at
Let's start with the 7-iron.
what you do exactly. So this is your 7-iron.
Yes.
Right?
I love it.
Very, very good.
We changed the thing and we made it better.
Way better. Going across, right, we see here, the numbers that we're going to kind of focus on today is right here, basically.
Yeah.
The peak height, right? So on a well-struck shot for you, the average is 118 feet.
120
right?
feet, yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you normally, and you've always kind of struggled with height on your long irons. Now, it's not that you can't go and play golf with these clubs, right? You play golf to a very high level with them. However, there is a potential chance to get better, right? So let's look at what your actual 5-iron does. You see here, it comes in a little flatter, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
We've got the ball speed, we've got the distance, we've got even a decent amount of spin to kind of make up for it. However, you're coming in 10 feet less.
But that's a plus or minus 10, so it could be 100, could be 120.
Exactly, right? There's some
a high
fluctuation and
variance there.
variation there, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that we were kind of toying around with was, let's see what happens if we break your T150 set off at 5 and put a T200 in there and see what that does. Now, we have to start off by saying this is not a properly fit T200 for him.
This is not a good shaft.
But, no, the shaft is not correct.
No.
However, it just goes to show what a bigger chassis can do in terms of just pure ball flight, right? So hitting this, which is not the right spec, so length is wrong, shaft is wrong, lie is wrong, all of the things incorrect. But we still got a little bit more height out of this.
Very much.
Right? Now,
More consistent height as well.
Exactly, right? Plus or minus at 3 now, right? Versus 10. Now, let's talk real quick about why this is potentially something that's important, right? For you, right, for a normal golfer, we attack a par 5, and then we have like a fairway wood or a hybrid, maybe like a utility type iron to get there, right? You are often hitting like a 6-iron, right?
6 to 4, yeah.
Yeah, in there, right? All depends on kind of tournament conditions and stuff for you.
Yeah.
But if we get that to come in and land more like a 7, your scoring average is going to get better.
A little bit, yeah.
You know, having a weapon from 220 to 250, right, that can come in and actually land and have everything kind of be as consistent as it would be for the rest of your set is good.
Yeah.
So we've been playing around with putting a T200 in for 5-iron and then something even a little bit different at 4-iron to make sure that the quote-unquote combo set produces proper peak height across the whole set for you. Now, to kind of show what that potentially looks like, we've got this screen. This is your 7.
Yep.
And we see here, right?
Right under the 40.
Pretty consistent peak height.
Yeah.
This is your actual 5.
Yeah.
That's that variance we're talking about, right?
And it's low.
Some are okay, but relatively low compared to what we're looking for. When we bring this one in, all of a sudden we tighten that up quite a bit again.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
So with my proper shaft, it should actually go a little higher and spin a little
With your proper shafts, I think we're actually going to get the ball speed check that we're supposed to get as well as a little bit better spin, a little more distance, right? There's kind of always two things to look at when we're doing a combo set. It's, do we meet the kind of ball speed requirement or threshold, right?
Yeah.
And then do we meet the peak height requirement or threshold? And if we check off those two things, we know when to break the combo set, or at least when to, kind of shift, right? It's something that a lot of people don't think about.
Yeah, I agree.
And again, I'm not telling you couldn't go out and score with your 5-iron, but even you hitting as fast as, swinging as fast as you do, hitting as far as you do, there's potentially some gain to be had if we just change it up a little bit. So it just goes to show for everybody, right? There's potentially an extra conversation that you may want to have next time you're having an iron fitting with your fitter about where to potentially break that set off and make that combo set, For example, this doesn't have to be an iron, right? If you're only swinging an iron at 85 miles an hour, this could be a hybrid.
This could be a hybrid.
This could be a higher lofted fairway wood,
7 wood, 9 wood.
100%, right? So lots of different windows, but it's very important when you're getting a fitting to make sure we're checking off that peak height in that ball speed box to make sure that it's in line with the rest of your iron set.
Yeah.
That's just a good way to make sure you're efficient throughout the whole bag.
I like it.
There we go. So if you guys have any questions about potentially setting up a combo set, or if you have any questions about iron fitting in general, please let us know down in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.